Before the FBI raids, before the nuclear codes were stored in the bathroom, before it became the most famous house on earth, Mar-a-Lago belonged to her. She was the richest woman in America, a CEO when women couldn't vote, a socialite who built a $120 million fortress on a coral reef to outlast the apocalypse. This isn't just real estate. This is the saga of Marjorie Merriweather Post. Welcome to Palm Beach Confidential. Most queens are born. Marjorie was made. In the factories of Battle Creek, Michigan. Her father was C.W. Post, the serial king. While other debutantes were learning needlepoint, Marjorie was learning supply chains. 1914. Tragedy. Her father takes his own life. Marjorie inherits the empire at 27. Wall Street circled like sharks. They saw a naive girl. They didn't realize they were looking at the boss. To expand, she needed an ally. Enter husband number 2, E.F. Hutton. Yes, that E.F. Hutton. Together, they didn't just play the game, they changed the rules. They went on a rampage. They bought Jell-O and Maxwell House. And the biggest gamble of all? A frozen food patent from a man named Birdseye. By 1929, the Postum cereal company had simply outgrown its name, so it rebranded, becoming the General Foods Corporation. She became one of the first women to sit on the board of a major American corporation. She had the money. Now, she needed the palace. In the 1920s, Palm Beach was already the playground for the Vanderbilts. But Marjorie didn't want a house near them. She wanted to rule them. She scoured the island for something untouched. She scouted by air. She scouted by sea. She famously crawled on her hands and knees through the dense Florida scrub until she found a 17-acre tract that was finally worthy, a ridge of solid coral rock. She named it Mar-a-Lago, sea to lake. To build it, she hired respectable architect Marion Sims Wyeth, but found his plans too quiet. Marjorie needed theatricality. Fresh off his dazzling work on her bath and tennis club, she brought in Joseph Urban, forcing the Ziegfeld Follies set designer to collaborate with the traditionalist. Construction began in 1924. It was a massive undertaking that employed 600 workers for 3 years. They imported 36,000 antique tiles and 3 boatloads of Italian stone. The cost? $7 million. That is over $120 million today. She spared no expense, even plating the bathroom fixtures in gold, famously claiming it wasn't for vanity, but simply because gold is easier to clean. When the palace finally opened in 1927, Marjorie and E.F. Hutton didn't just join the social scene, they defined it. An invitation to Mar-a-Lago wasn't just a ticket, it was social currency. Marjorie didn't throw parties, she staged spectacles. For one charity gala, she hired the entire Ringling Brothers Circus, literally marching elephants across her pristine croquet lawn. They were the undisputed royals of the sandbar, untouchable, unstoppable. Or so they thought. But even castles have cracks. The Hutton marriage crumbled. 2 alphas can't share a throne. Enter husband number 3, Joseph E. Davies, the diplomat. In 1937, FDR sent them to Moscow. Stalin was in power. The purges were happening. And Marjorie? She went shopping. The Soviets were selling off the Tsar's treasures for pennies to fund their factories. Marjorie bought everything. Imperial porcelain, chalices, Fabergé eggs. She didn't just collect art. She saved history from the furnace. This was her education. She saw how a great house could grease the wheels of global politics. She returned to America, married a fourth time, and was single again by 1964. She realized something important. The husbands were just guests. She was the host. She was the only one who could truly handle the weight of the crown. As she neared 80, Marjorie looked at her creation. It was too big for any normal family. It was built for kings. She remembered Moscow. She remembered the power of a diplomatic palace. So, in her will, she made her grandest gesture. She gifted Mar-a-Lago to the U.S. government to be used as a winter White House. She died in 1973, leaving behind 3 daughters, 7 grandchildren, and 4 ex-husbands. She believed she had secured her legacy. She believed she had given her country a priceless gift. She was wrong. The government took one look at the maintenance costs and said, no, the upkeep was too high. They gave it back. The Queen was dead. The palace was rotting in the salt air. It needed a new master. Someone loud, someone ambitious, someone from Queens. Next time, the Donald arrives.